We have a supplementary, the Honorable Member for Sinasina Yangon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Electricity supply is a foundation to our economy. So we cannot be playing football with it. If there is a practical problem, we must come to practical solutions very fast. Not kicking it down the field forever and forever. I got 2 supplementary questions. How long does it have to take to find practical solutions to the power supply problem in this country? How long? This minister has been the Minister for State of Enterprise for more than 10 years. Now, when are we going to have the solutions? Number 2, if that government, of which the minister is part of, have no solution to putting a decisive end to our power problems, Lae and in Papua New Guinea, can they now bite the bitter pill, bite the bullet, sell the whole shooting match, sell PNG Power, privatize it, just like we did with PNG BC, Papua New Guinea Banking Corporation, and we have been doing very well out of it, out of the resulting company, which is Bank of South Pacific. If we can do well, a lot better by privatizing a state-owned enterprise, being PNG BC, why don't we do the same thing here with PNG Power and put an end to these problems? Because private sector know how to operate a business, not the government.
Honorable Member, I was thinking to rule your supplementary question out of order, but you have already completed the question, so I'll allow the Minister to respond to the question the Honorable Member for Sinasina Yangon have raised.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. I want to thank the Member for Sinasina Yangon for his important question. I want to start by pointing out that no single minister in any government provides solutions to every problem. Even himself when he was the Minister for Justice and even the Minister of Petroleum and Energy. And if he's asking for a leader, yes, I'm the minister responsible.
All initiatives come from the minister. All initiative. Minister for Mining cannot interfere in state-owned enterprises. No Minister for Health. So anything to do with SOEs starts from the office of the Minister for State-owned Enterprise. He has to initiate it. That's the point. Let's not pass the buck.
Honorable Member, I'll rule your point of order out of order because when you call for the point of order, I haven't asked you yet. I'll allow the Minister to continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If the member wants to get publicity, that is his problem. All I'm saying is that when he was minister himself, he didn't even deliver. There's no point in us scoring points here. And if he's asking for leadership, I am the leader here, like himself. And contrary to what the good member is saying, I was not minister for 10 years. There is a complete distortion of facts. I took over in 2007 from the late Ben Micah. He declared a state of emergency. He tried within his means to turn around PNG Power. And then I was minister for 2 years, from 2017 until 2019. And when Marabe took over, he appointed me minister of 2020. You should check his facts. Like every other minister and every prime minister, we're all trying our best to provide solutions. And I've always been frank and open about the things that we are doing to turn this country around. These are things when we try to do everything that we can within a short period of time, the results don't immediately show themselves. But I can say this. If you look at the facts and the statistics, the frequency of blackouts in this country have been reduced significantly. We're now looking at trying to manage the issues in Wewak, for example, even in Kimbe. These are sea centers who don't deliver any profits for this company. They are sea centers. In the case of Lae, which is a profitable center, we've tried our best to manage it, and we will still get there eventually. In the case of blackouts right throughout the country, as I said earlier, we must put things in context. There are many other sea centers which don't even provide a return for PNG Power. Yet we expect PNG Power to make a profit. And because it is ultimately owned by our people, PNG Power has no choice but to set aside money to continue to operate unprofitable centers.
Honorable Governor from Morobe, what's your point of order?
Point of order. Minister is trying to explain his inability to solve this problem, continue to do it. Don't think that we are stupid people sitting in this parliament. We are intelligent people sitting in this parliament. We represent our people. People have given us the mandate to be here. Now, the honourable member for Sinasina Yongomul has asked a valid question to you, supplementary question. He said the PNG Power has failed this nation to solve the problem of power provisions in this country. Because without power, this country is not going to move. That is why he has proposed, and it's a valid question, point to you, is to answer. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with PNG Power? Are we going to continue to have them there? Or as he's proposing, have them vacated and privatize it so that other people who can do the job can come in? And that is a valid question and valid point, and this country wants to know, and don't beat around the bush.
Honourable Minister, you make your reply.
The good governor is very impatient. He thinks he has all the answers, but he doesn't. Against that background, you must also remember that we as a government have never allowed PNG Power to increase its prices. No tariff increase for the last couple of years, for the last 10 years, for example. And we're already aware that this government, led by our Prime Minister, made a decision to privatize PNG Power. And we are partial privatization, and we are going through that process. I'm surprised our good governor is not aware of that. He has been reading, I suppose. So,
I will not. And I speak on behalf of the city.
Honourable Governor.
Important city. I will not accept that blame.
Honourable Governor, if you want to make a point of order.
The point of order which the member for Sinasina Yongomul has said.
Honourable Governor.
That question. Are you going to privatize it for the goodness of this
Honourable Governor of Morobe. Honourable members, when you call for a point of order, you wait for the chair to ask you to raise your point of order. You don't just take point of order and stand up and speak as you wish. So, honourable member, thank you. Allow the minister to complete your reply. We have another point of order. Honourable member for Abao.
Honourable Acting Speaker, the time is ticking, and yesterday you made a commitment to extend question time today.
The honourable member, I remember I don't make a commitment. It is the House that will ask to extend the time, and I cannot make a commitment to extend with my own power. So, honourable member, your point of order is out of order. I'll allow the minister, if you have a reply, otherwise our question time slips.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. Just to summarize, I don't have to agree to the governor's views, nor does he have to agree with. What I'm saying is this. Our government has already announced in public that PNG Power will be partially privatized. So I've answered the good member for Sinasina Yongomul's question. So what is the governor from Morobe on about? When is that going to take? That decision was made in December last year, and it is going through a process.
Order.
Selling, Mr. Acting Speaker, selling a company like PNG Power will not be done through a fire sale. Everyone wants to buy it at a cheap price. It is a strategic national asset of this country. And if we're going down the path of privatization, we have got to make sure that we go through the books properly, proper valuation is done so that our people do get a return for the investment. We're not in the business of selling companies just for the sake of selling. Like PNGBC, for example. Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker.